Hey everybody, T-Man again, bringing you guys another video once again, and I am back, bigger, better than ever. And boy, this video I got one for you. You know, this is just more of a rant and just letting you know what's going on with the channel, and also more importantly, what is going on with WWE in the state of WWE headed into Wrestlemania 32 in Dallas, Texas, the Cowboy Stadium. WWE wanting to sell 100,000 tickets, and you know what, guys? I don't see it happening, and I just want to go into you know, how WrestleMania is going to look this year, and I understand that WWE has a lot of injuries right now. I understand that. You know, they have Cena, they have Orton, they have so many guys like out of commission around. Seth Rollins, who in my opinion was the best heel, you know, throughout this year before he got injured, by far was you know, carrying the company on a heel roll. And you know, you got Brock Lesnar on a part-time basis, and it looks like they're gonna have him face Bray Wyatt this year at WrestleMania 32. But here is my issue with everything. You know, in my opinion, this is WWE's fault. Yeah, it's not their fault that these guys got injured. Guys like Cena and Rollins and Orton and these guys got injured. Because through this past last year, no, I take that back. The past 2 years, they've had opportunities to really build people, to really push. And I mean, you got 3 hours on Monday night, you got 2 hours on SmackDown. You had an opportunity to really push these guys. But what I find is funny is they don't want to push who we would like them to push. They like to push people down our throats. Now, the whole Roman Reigns thing, I understand, okay? I understand. And I believe they should have did what I told them to do headed in the Survivor Series, which everybody thought they would do. That would be turning Roman Reigns heel at the Survivor Series instead of the whole Sheamus thing. It goes back to that. And I believe Dean Ambrose was the bigger babyface still, and you know, through that time, you know, they got people behind Roman Reigns, and I'm like, okay, fine, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, turn Roman heel, have Dean Ambrose win the Rumble, set up brother versus brother at WrestleMania. Instead, you know, you're going this route with Triple H and Roman, and I was okay with that. When they went that route, I was okay with that route too. And then the Royal Rumble hit, and I thought, boy, this is good booking. You got Roman Reigns, #1 entrant, right? And I knew damn well Triple H was going to be number 30. I'm like, man, this is beautiful booking. What did they do? They got Roman Reigns injured in the middle of the match, and he just looked pussy. He walked back in his own power to the back, stayed out there in the back for 30 minutes, came back towards the end of the match, and then was screwed. I think it would have been more poetic if he was in there the whole way. I mean, it would be even okay if he was just in the corner in the ring, you know, cradled like this for half the match. But going in the back makes him look like a bitch. Anyways, now you just destroyed everything. Like going in the Rumble, I think fans were finally behind Roman. They were finally behind Roman Reigns. Now they fucked it all again. Excuse my language, but I'll say it again. They fucked it all again. Now it's another. You have a lot of people booing for Roman again. Now you just, all that hard work you just had, ruined it all over again. Now going into WrestleMania, Triple H, Roman Reigns is going to be your headliner. You're not going to sell 100,000 tickets with that. And I think WWE knows that. Moving on. You got Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt. Dave, if there was one character they screwed up on the most, guys, is Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. He is the modern day Undertaker. I mean, he is just so great on the microphone, so great in the ring. The man has it all. And the WWE, they continue to take advantage of this man in Bray Wyatt. They take advantage of him. They always have him do these jobs. I mean, I can't even think of how many rivalries the man actually won. I think Ryback, when he had a pay-per-view match with him, he doesn't win continuous rivalries. And they said, oh, well, he doesn't need to because he'll always get over with his mic work. Well, that's all great and dandy. But now all these little mistakes you're making is creeping up on you now at WrestleMania 32 with all your guys that you depend on are down, and guys that you could have built up this whole guy like a Bray Wyatt. You're screwed. You're screwed. Now you're having him up against Brock. And even though it'll be entertaining and, you know, the Wyatt family get involved, Bray Wyatt is so great on the microphone, he'll sell it because he's so good. But think about how great it would be if Bray Wyatt actually had some momentum. If he actually won these matches. You know, these rivalries. If he's won these rivalries, they would mean more. Then going into Brock, it would be a bigger spectacle. Now you're like, okay, he doesn't win the Roman thing. He doesn't win the Undertaker rivalry. He doesn't win any of these rivalries that he actually competes in. He doesn't win any of them. He didn't even win the Chris Jericho rivalry. I mean, he beat Chris Jericho once during that rivalry last. He doesn't win any of these rivalries. They're the ones that actually matter and that are key to his career. Now you're trying to tell me that he has a chance against Brock Lesnar? If it's a one-on-one match, we know Brock Lesnar is going to win. Now, if they really want to go outside the box, they would have Bray Wyatt win, but I don't see that happening. Because right now, Brock Lesnar is their golden goose. I would be very surprised if they went the route of having Bray Wyatt win. Then, let's move on to The Undertaker. We always look forward to The Undertaker, right? We look forward to The Undertaker WrestleMania match every single year. That hasn't been the same since they had Brock Lesnar. And I'm going to go back 2 years ago, going in the Undertaker Brock. What's done is done. But what pissed me off the most, and I've talked to those of you who watch my videos know, what pisses me off was going back to that podcast interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon. Going back to that, Vince McMahon said, nobody wants to do more favors for the WWE than The Undertaker. Nobody, right? So it was time to give back to the business, and who better else to do it than Brock? Brock Lesnar did not need that. Now, how better would it been? I mean, to me, I would have never ended the streak. Never. But if I did, I would have did it to Bray Wyatt. Think about that. Bray Wyatt is the guy that's going to carry on after The Undertaker's done with those dark, sinister, creepy stuff that The Undertaker's done in the past. He is your future going to that dark side path. He is the new Prince of Darkness or whatever he calls himself. He is it. So for Vince McMahon to say he cannot in picture, knowing that he was already out at the time, that he cannot picture anybody else beating The Undertaker when you have Bray Wyatt. I mean, come on, Vince. I know that interview was almost 2 years ago, or however long it was, with Austin. But come on, that would have done wonders for Bray Wyatt. So, anyways, now going in The Undertaker. You know, he beat Bray Wyatt. They had that match last year, and I agree with The Undertaker win because at that point, Undertaker already coming off the loss to Brock. I understood why Undertaker beat Brock. I mean, not Brock, Bray, and I agreed with that 100%. I agree with that decision because if he was still undefeated, I would have Bray Wyatt win. But since he was no longer undefeated, I understood the Undertaker winning. Now going into this year, I understand that the main plan was to have John Cena and Undertaker. And I understand maybe there's a slight possibility that's still happening. John Cena might come back from the injury early. But right now, they're going to the direction of Taker and Braun Strowman if Cena can't go. I know that they are very thin right now. But Braun Strowman, man, he's not ready for that. He is not ready for a match like that. And, you know, to sell 100,000 people, Undertaker, Strowman, Brock, you know, Bray Wyatt, Triple H, you know, Roman, that's not going to sell. And Ambrose and Jericho probably. That's a good card. But, you know, lately in WrestleMania, the last 5-6 years of WrestleMania, we've been dependent on multiple main events, not just one. Old school WrestleManias, we always bought because we were looking forward to one match. You know, we were looking for the one match. you know, for the world title, and it was always the two top people in the company, like Austin Rock or Hogan Warrior or whatever it may be that year. It was the two top facing each other that year. Now the industry is much different. Now they depend on 4 or 5 main events. This just seems like a decent card. Yeah, it's a decent card, but to me, I wouldn't picture, you know, 100,000 people for this. I mean, you might get local people, you might get diehard people that already, you know, that already bought their tickets in advance because they're picturing the best WrestleMania possible. Because even I was picturing the best WrestleMania possible for Dallas, Texas. You know, I was thinking Goldberg, Austin. Austin was going to wrestle, which I don't think Austin's going to wrestle at this point. Michaels, Rock, and you know, it was supposed to be Rock and Triple H originally, and then Rock can't wrestle. All the, you know, it was supposed to be all these guys, and for some reason or the other, it's all dropped. So you got all these people that bought tickets, pre-order their tickets, that's done. But now they're going to need to sell tickets, you know, with the card already announced. And that's where they're supposed to get their 100,000. And I don't see it. Because once when the card starts forming officially on WWE TV, I don't see people flocking from other states saying, I gotta go see Roman Reigns taking on Triple H for the world title. And I'm gonna pay for a hotel, a plane, and the tickets, which costs a lot of money. You know, I went on to Ticketmaster and just to see, okay, how much are the best available tickets? As of 2 days ago, for 2 tickets for the best available, I don't know where it is. I doubt if it's the front row. I kid you not. For the best available, if you go on Ticketmaster for the best available tickets, for 2 tickets, just a combination of 2 tickets, $4,000. It was almost 5. It was like 4,800 something. Okay, almost 5 for the best available seats. And I don't even know if that's front. I don't think that's front row or anything like that. That's probably the front section. I'm like, damn, are you kidding me? So then you're just limiting yourself to people in Texas. You know, I don't see too many people going up nosebleeds or whatever. They're going to have to lower the ticket price. They're going to have to do something. But that is ridiculous, guys. I mean, I'm going to shoot another video right now just based on who they have. In the next couple days, I will shoot a video saying what card I would form, you know, what card I would form based on the talent they have available to them now. I will do that in a couple days. Also, channel updates now, real quick. What this channel is, and what it's always been, is my opinion. It's my opinion, and I'm going to start, as hard as it is, really covering all the Raws. And what I'm going to do on the Raws is, again, this channel is just my opinions and what I would do scenarios, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these Raws, every segment, and I'm going to say what I would do differently, what I like. And because there's so many times I look at a storyline, I'm like, that's good, but I would go this direction. I believe it'll be better. So I'm going to start doing that. And what I want is, when I do that, each segment saying what I would do better, you tell me which way is better. You tell me if my way's better or if the WWE way is better, okay? And then that's what, from this point on, this channel is going to be about. So my main focus, I'm redirecting what this channel is. It's going to be more of the Raw reviews. It's going to be what I would do scenarios. I mean, I've been doing videos all over the place. I am now 100% dedicated in giving my opinions. And maybe, some way, somehow, people might hear this in the WWE world one day. If you, the people that watch, please subscribe to this channel. I promise you I will give you my best in wrestling, okay? Because I've been a fan since I was 4 years old. I've been watching, you know, I'm 30 years old, but I've been watching wrestling tapes from like the 70s and 80s when I was a kid at my video store, back when those existed. So please subscribe, like this video, share it, and let's build this channel up, and I will give you my views. Thumb it up, let me know what you think. Please subscribe. See you guys for the next video.